Hey, EG 6000 students, I'm doing this recording so that we can kind of talk through what you're going to have to do by the end of the semester for your EG 6000 module. Basically, if you open up the module in EG 6000, you have the welcome page, and I'll go ahead and click on that, which just kind of gives you some information, and it tells you that we're going to have a Zoom meeting on the 14th. Well, I'm doing this recording today because I will not be able to do that Zoom meeting on January the 14th due to my mother. I've got to take her back to the doctor, and I'm not sure that I'll get back in time to actually have this meeting. So I'm doing this recording now, and then I'll do some follow-up Zoom sessions with you for questions and things that you have. So you see on here that your portfolio is due on April the 20th. And that's the portfolio that you have created in live text, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Your disposition survey is due April 20th, and your alumni survey is due April 20th. So everything is due on April 20th, and that's just a few days before the semester ends. That gives me time to look at it, and if we have to make any additions or corrections, this is a pass-fail course, so you do have to get this turned in order to complete and actually graduate. But if there are some issues, I wanted to have time to get back with you. I also wanted to kind of talk to you about this so that you can plan now in your calendar to do the things that need to be completed so that you don't end up at the last minute, because the last couple of weeks there's a lot going on and many of you are trying to finish your action research and last classes, and then to realize that you haven't done any of this is pretty stressful. So if you'll just kind of work on a plan to do it along, you will be much happier. Okay, so once you've done that, you looked at the welcome page, I'm going to go back to the modules, and you do the advanced survey. So you click on that link and do the advanced survey. You can do it now. You can do it closer to the end of the semester, but that needs to be done. Then you also, below the portfolio, you have the information on disposition survey. So that's a second survey that you need to complete, and you have until April to complete that. I don't think I put that on the front page. I need to go back and do that. And then you may have seen on my screen comprehensive survey. You won't see it on yours. We do not have a comprehensive exam anymore, and I'll talk about that as we talk about the portfolio. So I'm going to click on the portfolio, and let's go in there. This talks to you about creating a live text, a portfolio in live text. Oh, sorry. You should have already done that. You probably did that in EG 5000 in your very first experience at Lipscomb. If you did not, you need to do that. Now, there is a cost for live text, and it was about $135, $137, and it was good through your whole program. And you should have been uploading your key assignments and your field experience into live text so that it can be put into your portfolio. If all of that doesn't make sense to you, you need to email me, and we need to sit down and we need to start from scratch, and we need to work toward getting you up to speed. Here are some directions about portfolios, a sample portfolio, the rubric for the portfolio. You can look at all of that. Here's the rubric for the master's, and same for the EDS, the way we'll be scoring that portfolio. And here is how you submit your portfolio in live text. So when you get ready to submit it, when you've done everything you need to do, then you'll go here and look at these directions on how to submit your portfolio. And I'll remind you again that this is where the directions are. As we move a little bit further into the semester, I may add a couple of things here into EG 6000 that remind you how to upload an assignment, that remind you how to do some things in case you have forgotten or not quite gotten that done. But basically, that's your information about your portfolio. So let's actually go into live text, and I have that pulled up. And when you log into live text, you may come up to your dashboard, and your dashboard looks different than mine. But in live text documents, I can find my portfolio. This is also where I go to create a new one if I've never done this before. But here's the portfolio. Let's say I was an ELL student. You are not. You are school counseling, you are TLL students, or you are technology integration students, but I created this one as if I were an ELL student, so I'm going to open it and look at what I've done. So in EG 5000, I wouldn't have gotten a very good grade because part of EG 5000 said create your portfolio, do the introduction page, put a photo of yourself. And so here's where my photo needs to go. I have not done that yet, so I need to come back and do that. I did put my email address in. I have not put my mailing address, so I would need to go back if I've not gotten this page exactly like I want it. Click on edit, and it lets you go in and edit. Come on. It's a little bit slow on me this afternoon. It's going to let me go in and be able to edit. So I can go in any of the purple writing, although I left my name in purple. I thought that was kind of neat. But any of the directions on what needs to go on this page, I'm going to need to move me around for you. Sorry. Like I deleted phone number, but I could go in here. Oops. Put that in. I can delete out this information, and I can put MTSU, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's where I got my undergrad degree. Put everything I need to put in there, and then do save and finish. And then you'll see, I will go back and do a picture at some point soon. You will see the things I've changed are there. So your goal is to get rid of purple writing, unless you keep it purple on purpose. And MTSU. I got started with MTSU right here, but I didn't finish it up. So you save it. You can go back in and edit, but you need to complete this page. I'll need to work on completing my page, just like you will. But that needs to be done. And that was one of your EG 5000 assignments. The other one was to upload a resume. So if I click on resume, I should be able to get rid of the purple writing when I edit and just say attached is a resume for Terry Sue Fanning. So we'll click on edit. Oops, sorry, my little pointer doesn't want to work too well. We're going to delete out the purple. We're going to say attached is a current resume for Terry Sue. Then, and you can copy and paste your resume in there if you want to, so it immediately shows up. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on edit. We're going to pretend that one of these is my resume. If it wasn't, I could go down, I could go right here and I could upload a new file. But I'm going to say that this snowman task really says resume. So I'm going to click on add. And then I'm going to go save and finish. And when I do that, here's my resume. Here's what I said about it. So you can attach the resume or you can copy and paste it in. Those are things you've already done, introduction and resume. To complete your portfolio, teaching and leading philosophy is something that you have not done. So you may have had a class, leadership, behavior, and practice is one of them. Possibly if you've had a school counseling course, maybe in some of your other coursework, if you're TLL and you took a particular course where they ask you to write about your teaching and leading philosophy, you may already have something written that you can tweak a little bit and add into this area. So you can copy and paste it right in. This tells you what's going to be what you need in these 500 to 750 words, your beliefs about the importance of education in our nation and world, the impact that teacher leaders have on the growth and development of learners, ideas about effective, you can read those. These are the things that we want to see in this teaching leading philosophy. So once again, hit edit, take the purple out, copy and paste in your teaching and leading philosophy. So type it in Word or in a document, get it like you want it, and then copy it and paste it in there. And then here's the writing rubric that if you're not sure how it will be scored, you can look at the writing rubric to get an idea. So the new piece, one is teaching and leading philosophy. A second new piece is standards growth. So in all of your resumes and in some of the coursework you've done, you've heard some talk about the CARE framework. We have 4 areas in Lipscomb in our CARE framework: the craft of teaching, attitudes and values, and relationships. So what we're asking you, and essential knowledge. So I said, yeah, those are the 4. So what we're asking you to do is to go back into each one of these sections, and you're going to reflect on your work at Lipscomb and whatever your major is since the beginning of your master's or your EDS program, and you're going to think about what you've learned in relationship to craft of teaching. If you're confused about what the craft of teaching and leading, so if you're a school counselor, we're thinking about teaching, counseling, leading. What does that look like? If you're not really sure what kinds of things you want to talk about, you can download the CARE outline and pull it up. And you can look at the craft of teaching, develops and refines a personal philosophy of teaching and learning, manages significant behavior issues effectively, models and creates opportunities for problem solving. Read through these. Then, what coursework, what field experiences did you have that helped you develop your craft of teaching and leading? I'm going to minimize that. So then you're going to go here and you're going to edit, and you're going to have typed it and copy it and paste it in. And if you have a picture, some people put pictures in because they've had pictures when they've been working with students. That's fine too. I love pictures. But you're going to talk about how you have developed in your craft of teaching and leading because of some of the coursework you did. Name specific courses, name instructors, name experiences. So if in your school counseling, you did a teaching observation practicum, and you spent quite a bit of time in a classroom watching a teacher, and from that you were able to develop ideas about classroom management and how to handle behavior issues, how to get students' attention. How did that experience help you with craft of teaching? How did a class I was trying to think of all the courses. Was there a class maybe you took communication and community, or as it's now going to be called, community relations? Did that help you with the craft of teaching? If not, it probably helped you at least in essential knowledge. So you could go down here and you could talk about that class in essential knowledge because it helped you gain knowledge about school safety and the importance of school safety. So for each of these crafts, you can read, sorry about sticking stuff in there that don't belong. For each of these, you can go and read the framework, see the kinds of things we're looking for, think about your coursework, and then type up something to go in each of these areas. Remember, the outline for CARE is here in case you need help. If you need help, also contact me. But yeah, don't be afraid to add in particular courses that really helped you with your attitudes and values. Or your relationship building with students. Add those courses, add those experiences, those field experiences as well. So you'll do each one of those. So each one of these is going to have about 200 words. I think it was 200 to 250 words. Yeah, in here. So each one of these, you're going to edit either here or here, and you're going to copy and paste or type in what you want to say. Then you can delete all the purple right here when you've completed that. The other thing that you should have been working on and have been doing is your field experience. And you've been keeping charts, and different instructors had different ways that you kept up with your field experience, and they had you write about field experience or create a chart. But it is important, very important now for you, because we've been having you keep up with it, that when you open this field experience documentation chart, I'm opening that, and then I'm going to pull it up. This is where you now put your field experience for TLL or school counseling. These are those 5 hours or so that you gained in each course. For example, if you were in my school community relations class, your field experience was to interview an internal and external person at your school. So you can say, name the school you interviewed, the grade levels. Was that school a low SES, an urban school, a suburban or rural, or a cross cultural school? Did you have a mentor, teacher, leader? If you were interviewing a teacher, you can put that there. If you didn't, that's okay. You don't have to fill this column in. Is there an experience that was it ELL in particular where you were looking at? Was it special education? And if it's not either of those, you're in an advanced program. So you can put advanced there. And then what did you do in those hours? You were interviewing. So you can check, or you can put your hours there or put a check mark there for the number of hours. Go ahead and put hours. So put your 5 hours there. And maybe you did a couple of things. You interviewed and you observed. So you can split your hours there. You can tell me what semester you did that and what course it is. So, e.g., 5, and I can't remember right off the top of my head the numbers for school community relations, you put that there. When you're through, you come down and put a total for the program. So you total up everything you've done, your total number of hours from these columns, and it should be 50 or more hours. So this is the chart that I want you to complete for me and then upload back in this area. So you may have already uploaded some of your field experience reflections and those kinds of things up here. That's fine. But I want you to download, I want you to download the chart, and then I want you to fill that out with all of your field experience, and then click on Edit. Oops, sorry. You can tell I got a new computer. Oops. It's not where I want to be. I'm going to click on Edit here. Wrong edit. And I'm going to go to the bottom, and I'm going to attach a file. So I'm going to go here. If I've already uploaded the file, there's the one I've used for practice before. I can just click Add. If it's on your computer, you scroll up, you click on Upload New File. You choose the file right over here from your computer. It's kind of hidden down there. And then you go in from your documents. You choose a file that you want to choose. And I don't have a file readily created, but you know how to do this. You click on the file and then click on Open. Once you've done that, you click on Save and Finish, and it will, or Save Changes, depending on what you want to do, and you're done. So you've uploaded the chart for me. I'm going to have to do Save and Finish. Then course assignment documentation. If you've been following along, each time your instructor asked you to add your course to live text, add it to your portfolio, then when you finish school community relations, you came in here and edited. You put school community relations, you added your instructor and anything about the course, and then you uploaded the key assignment. And sometimes people upload the field experience too, and they upload them both. So for instance, let's do edit, and let's say you did an elementary, middle practicum. So that's the name of the course. And then, and we should put the course number, e.g., and I don't have those course numbers with me, so I'm going to put question marks for that. Then I'm going to come down here, and if I've already typed it somewhere else, I paste. I'm going to put in the instructor is Dr. Lisa Davies. Better spell it right. She might count off some points. Then I might say that I completed my elementary practicum at Lipscomb Academy. You can tell me who the teacher was and that you completed the practicum with. You can tell me the grade level. You can just give me a little description of what you did there. And then you go down here. Oops, come on down. And then you're going to attach the key assignment that went with this. So this is my key assignment right here. I'm going to, if you've already been uploading them, then all you got to do is click on add. I got to make add work because, yep, it's there. And then I go back up. I've added it. That's the file it's going to insert. And I go back up here and save and finish. And when I've done that now for class number 2, I have the course, the instructor, a little bit about the course, and the key assignment for that course. I will be looking for all of your courses here with the key assignments uploaded. So if you've been keeping up with that all along, if you didn't understand that and you didn't realize that you also had to put it in your portfolio, you put it in live text, but you didn't create a portfolio entry right here, it's not hard to do. You'll just each time go through to pick the next class you took, put the title in there, put the description and who taught it. And then when you go down here to insert the file, if you hit edit, it's going to show all the files that you have uploaded. And you'll pick the one that goes with that class, click add, then click back up here, make sure it's named up here, and then hit save and finish. And so when you do that, each one of your courses will be in there. Now, those of you that are still finishing up courses at the end of April, you may have to email me and tell me, hey, I can't send this to you because I haven't completed my last course key assignment. Just let me know that. I'll give you a day or two there, or we'll talk about letting me grade it, send it back to you, and letting you put the last course in. For those of you that are doing your master's, you'll need to upload here your completed action research paper and your completed action research presentation. So class number 10 will be, action research, and you'll put that there. Okay, so that is pretty much, once you've done that, you finished all the things about the portfolio that you have to do. So when you're finished, I should be able to click on each of these tabs, and each one of these tabs will have information that you have posted here. So that's what you're going to work on. My school counseling students, I will be working with Dr. Davies. It may be that we're going to have to click on this plus sign, and we're going to have to add an extra tab for you because I think she may have some things she also wants you to upload to the portfolio for school counseling purposes. But I'll do a separate separate screencast for you with that, and we'll talk about that in the next few weeks. We've got until the end of the semester, but I wanted you to know now. So as you're working on things, as you have a spare minute here or there, you can begin to get this done so you don't have it the last week of April trying to get finished so that you can graduate in May. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. I'm sorry I can't do the Zoom session with you, but I think this will help. And then you can email me and we'll do some individual Zooms after this if you have questions. So let me know. I look forward to having you graduate in just a few months. Have a great rest of the semester.